Leonard Funk Jr. remains one of the most formidable figures in military lore. A man who transitioned from the most decorated paratrooper of World War II to a quiet, unassuming citizen. His life was a masterclass in courage, defined not by a desire for glory but by an unbreakable spirit. Here is a fresh perspective on his extraordinary journey. The Quiet Warrior. The saga of Leonard Funk Jr. Steeled by the Depression. Raised in the grit of industrial Pennsylvania, Funk's character was tempered by the economic hardships of the 1930s. When he entered the Army in 1941, he sought the ultimate challenge, volunteering for the newly formed airborne units. He didn't just survive the brutal training, he thrived in it, emerging as a soldier built for the impossible. The ghost of Normandy Funk's war began in the darkness over France on D-Day. After a high-velocity jump that mangled his ankle, he found himself isolated and surrounded. Rather than hunkering down, he rallied 18 scattered paratroopers and led them on a harrowing 10-day evasion through the heart of German territory. By the time he reached Allied lines 40 miles later, he hadn't lost a single soldier, earning his first accolades for leadership under fire. Audacity in the Netherlands. While participating in Operation Market Garden, Funk faced a tactical nightmare. With a skeletal crew of just 3 men, he launched a frontal assault on a German flak position. Facing 20 enemy troops and 3 anti-aircraft guns, Funk's team didn't hesitate. They overwhelmed the superior force through sheer speed and aggression, a feat that secured him the Distinguished Service Cross. The Malmedy motivation. The winter of 1944 brought the chilling reality of the Malmedy massacre to Funk's doorstep. Witnessing the aftermath of the execution of American POWs by the SS, Funk underwent a psychological shift. He developed a fierce, uncompromising policy. Surrender was no longer an option. From that moment on, he would fight until the end, rather than trust an enemy's mercy. The Holtzheim Miracle. This philosophy reached its climax in January 1945. Funk arrived at a secure area only to find his guards disarmed and 90 Germans back in control. When a German commander jammed a pistol into his gut and demanded his submission, Funk did the unthinkable. He laughed. As the officer recoiled in confusion, Funk seized the split second to deploy his Thompson submachine gun. In a 45-second whirlwind of lead, he eliminated the officer and 20 soldiers. The sheer shock of his counterattack broke the will of the remaining 70 Germans, who promptly surrendered to the man they had just tried to capture. This act of defiance earned him the Medal of Honor, a legacy of humility. When the war ended, the Lion of Holtzheim simply went home. He eschewed the spotlight, choosing instead a life of service at the Veterans Administration. For 27 years, he dedicated himself to the welfare of his fellow veterans, never boasting of the medals he wore. He passed away in 1992, a silent hero buried among giants at Arlington, remembered by those who knew him as a man of few words and incredible deeds.